Hello and welcome to this episode of Demystified as we explore home cooking in a modern world. Hello, I'm Linda and I'm here with my friend Paul. Hi Paul.
We're back.
We are back. It's Friday afternoon.
It's Friday.
Woohoo!
It's Friday.
How are you going, Paul?
I'm knackered today. I'm really tired. But
It must have been all that kitchen renovating you were doing this week.
yeah, amongst other things, but yes. Kitchen's done.
Version 3.
Version 3.0.
We'll see how long this one takes. We've
No,
been
but
going through them
yeah,
pretty quickly.
Yeah, but I'm not going to change it again. That's enough. Yeah, that's enough.
Settle down, pedal.
Well, it was kind of forced by having to test a cooktop.
Yes.
So, but we've got the cooktop in. It's all wired up, ready to go. So that's good. A bit of a makeover, I think, more than a renovation.
I think it looks better. I think it's a bit crisper for what you're doing now with the big thing we're doing, little Instagram Live. Do you call it Instagram still? I'm never sure.
IGTV. Instagram Live
IGTV.
and IGTV are two different things.
Oh, are they?
Well, Instagram Live is...
Oh, Instagram
Going
TV.
live.
Sorry. I know, I'm just new to all this. I
Jeez.
know. I've got to get onto the program.
No, so what we're doing is
IGTV.
posting some of our stuff on IGTV. So it's, if you visited the website, you may have seen it, but just trying to get a bit more info out there. Funnily enough, I was actually just scrolling through Instagram and saw... so we posted the polenta tutorial. It's only about 10 minutes. But funnily enough, I was just scrolling through Instagram having a quick look, and Maggie Beer has just done a Instagram TV of polenta with mushrooms. But hers is on the stovetop. Doesn't look anywhere near as nice as ours. I'm sure it tastes very good because it's Maggie Beer, no doubt. But
Oh, she's an icon. She's fantastic.
yeah,
We all love her.
We all love her.
We all love her.
But yeah, what I did notice was the beautiful French copper pot she was making her polenta in.
Oh, you love your copper pots. Most of us can't afford them.
Oh, I can't. They've been, well, have they been gifts?
But you have been collecting them for a long time.
Pretty much, yeah. And a friend of mine actually I've been doing some kind jobs for him, so he gave me a voucher to Williams Sonoma. So that'll more likely than not go towards...
I hope they sell copper pots.
no, they don't.
Oh, well, that's good. Phew, otherwise...
So there's a saute pan I've got my eye on. I'm going to have to tip in quite a bit of my own money to get it, but at least it takes the sting out of it with the help from a friend. So thank you to my friend.
As do most things in life, Paul.
Yeah. So yeah, some nice copper pot, but they're not for cooking with steam. They're my plate toys.
Well, and as we've said before, if you've got a steam oven, what I love about the way that you do now polenta, and now I do polenta this way.
We can't keep talking about polenta.
No, but I do love it. And I'm still stuck on it, is how easy it is. And that's what I love about steam oven cooking, because when you can do something like risotto
Yep.
and not stand at the stovetop and achieve a great result,
Yeah.
like better than great.
It's important to note, though, that we've seen a lot of people do risottos in their steam oven. Like, we saw a lot, especially when we started. We had a big look around.
Yeah,
And people just piling a whole heap of ingredients into a tray and sticking it in the steamer.
No.
We don't do that.
No, we don't.
So we still take a semi-traditional methodology where we still use the stovetop initially and at the end as well. But it's the middle part of the cooking where we let the steamer do the work. So it's not all just bung it in a tray. It's really it's really important to note. Like, we're using it as more of a convenience tool rather than
But that middle part, even though the polenta takes an hour, I'm not sure how long it takes on a stovetop.
About an hour.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, but the thing is that when you have it on the stove, if you watch the video, Linda...
I did. That's how I learned to make it.
If you have it on the stovetop, because you have an open heat source, all right, it
does tend to...
It's an evaporation.
Oh, okay. And it tends to stick.
Yeah, and you've got one heat source, which is at the bottom, so it does tend to stick and catch on the bottom, and you have to keep stirring it, and plump the grain. So the steam oven,
it is easier to put it into the steamer and then you've got time to do the other things in your cooking that you need to do in that time. And that's what I love about risotto.
Yeah.
That first time that we made it in the steam oven, couldn't believe I made a coffee, and I read something on my iPad or the paper. I think we might have even had papers back in that day.
Oh my God.
And
Newspaper.
I play with the cat, like I just didn't know what to do because normally I'm over the stove stirring it so it doesn't stick. So I love it. I love that.
Yeah.
So that's good. So that was a good one to post first, and I guess we're going to post more on that.
Yeah, we'll do a Instagram
particularly these
TV.
tutorials. I think that works really well.
We'll do an IGTV thing once a week, even if it's just a quick recipe or something. We'll do something. That'll be another forum.
Q&A or something.
People. Well, maybe you can get your makeup done and we can do that again.
Oh my gosh, I have to get her back. Yes, she was great. And I am still working on. I'm going to have the first draft of one of our ebooks out next week for you and Joel to review. So we're moving along with those.
Well, you're moving along with those.
Well, it's just a first
I'm
draft.
going as fast as a snail, really.
No, and all I do need you to do is give me some idea on what photos, because you are the photo guru.
No, I'm not.
You are. You take the best, and you know which ones you want.
But yeah, we'll find some pictures to go with it. Picture storybook. Maybe we should do one of those voice along.
It would be easier if it was.
Remember those voice along? I remember I used to get those books that would have like the cassette tape, and you would read along with someone with a voiceover doing the cassette tape. I always remember getting a Star Wars one.
Do you know there'll be a whole generation of people who will not know what a cassette tape or a typewriter is?
Yeah, I'm not that old.
No.
But yeah,
I am.
But do you know those books? They were great when you were a kid. So you stuck the tape in and you can read along and turn the page, and it would have all these special noises to tell you when to turn the page and stuff. It's cool.
I
Maybe
think
we
I'm
should
a
do
bit
that
older.
with an ebook.
Hey, that's a good idea.
But not a cassette. It's not a good idea at all.
People don't know how to play them.
So much work.
But I'm old enough to know that when you wanted to listen to a song that you liked on the radio, you put your cassette player up next to it when it came on the radio and hit record. And that was how we...
I still remember doing tape-to-tape recording.
Oh, wow.
You had a double tape deck.
Yes. Oh, that was pretty
box.
Pretty
that
flash.
Was pretty advanced.
That was very flash.
Yeah, no wonder we've had trouble with our
we've had to learn a lot of
technology.
Things.
we're still stuck in the era of wow, how cool was recording off the radio, and now we're trying to do this stuff. Anyway,
I know, but we've
learned.
There, and we have learned a lot of things.
We had a bit of a camera and lighting guru come in and help me out, so the lighting in the videos now will be much better, and seriously start looking at getting some better cameras now. Like, I think it's time. So
we've done well, but
dive a bit deeper into it,
yes,
and looking into that, and that will open up. I mean, we can do stream demos now, and it's better than what it was, I think.
Oh, totally.
But the question still remains: is
well, we are reaching out to all those people that have contacted us and given us some ideas or some feedback on what they'd like. We're reaching out to,
but we need more
them about what sort of content they'd like to give us an idea on what sort of topics, tutorials or live cooking demos or group demos. So we are contacting that group first to see what they like.
Tell us what you want to know. So info@cookingwithsteam.com. Send us an email and just say, do a demo on whatever it is.
Or would you like to be involved in a cooking class? Or do you have specific questions you'd like answered?
Well, don't make it too complicated.
Well, everyone's got different needs.
Yeah, don't.
Where are you at? Where are you at with your combi steam oven cooking?
Yeah.
Or just food?
Yeah, well, just a recipe.
Or just food.
Like, what do you want to know?
We all learn things. It's funny. The more I'm talking to you through the podcasting and through what we're doing now with tutorials and so on, as long as I've known you, I still learn things. And I still get inspired. And
not much today.
No, not today. That's not a good day. But I still go home inspired to try something different, or I'm trying a different technique.
Well, what are you going to try this weekend? Don't tell me polenta.
Well, no. But I did see you cook, do a food demo for another thing. And the way that you cooked the meat in the fry pan, I did that last night with some lamb backstraps that Dougie had bought. And I said, no, honey, I will cook, which is what he normally does during the week. So I got home from work and did it the same way, and it was fantastic. a very similar way, which I
Yeah.
hadn't done them that way before, and they were absolutely fantastic.
That's nice for those of us who could afford lamb backstraps. At
I know, Dougie.
$9,000 a
Dougie
kilo.
bought one, and he thought, no, it's not going to go very far because he could, as you know, eat that on his own. So he bought a second one, and that's what he cooked last night, and they were really yummy. So I always learn something different, and I try something different, and that's what I love about learning how to cook and cooking in general. You never stop learning.
No, that's
It's
well,
great.
neither do I.
And it's great because at the end you get to eat it, and if it's really that bad, there's always
The rubbish
pizza.
bit.
There's
Or
always
pizza.
pizza. So what's on for you this weekend?
Well, long weekend.
Long weekend in Melbourne, Australia.
And we've had a bit of an easing of the coronavirus restrictions. So a mate of mine's asked me to go fishing. I haven't checked with the boss yet. So I might try and get out for a day's fishing. So maybe some fresh fish on Monday.
Oh, that could be very good.
Or Tuesday. So that might be good. Maybe an Australian native even. But we'll see how we go.
Oh, wow.
Just to do something different. And what else is on? Not much, bit of gardening. Someone was kind enough to gift me some potatoes and garlic and stuff to plant, so got to get that done. I did start to do a bit of harvesting of my warrigal greens last night, and I cooked them up with my ossobuco and polenta, just on the topic.
I didn't bring it up. You said don't bring it up.
So, yeah, I might get some... next recipe we'll do, get some warrigal greens, just so we can show people. So people in Australia and New Zealand will be reasonably familiar with it. So it's much like spinach. It's related to spinach. It's not as big as like English leaf spinach. So the leaves aren't as big, but they're much meatier and juicier. So they wilt reasonably quickly, but if you've ever bought 500 grams of spinach and pan fried it or steamed it even, it wilts to like a cup, like less than a cupful. It's tiny. But these are just like really succulent. So we call them warrigal greens. In New Zealand, they call it New Zealand spinach. It's native to both countries. But yeah, it's quite prominent, and it's a bit of a weed once it starts. So mine's finally taken off quite well, and it's in abundance. So I'll be sauteing spinach and putting warrigal greens with everything. But other than that, I don't know. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Being able to have a food group that actually grows like a weed is actually a good thing.
Yeah. Except for Vietnamese mint. I don't know if anyone's planted that. That stuff grows like crazy, and once it starts, you can't get rid of it. And then it's like, you can only have so much of that. It's like really quite hot and strong and powerful as a herb. That's about the only one which I go, no, I can't.
Okay, so big tip: put Vietnamese mint in a pot.
Yeah.
Away from everything else.
Yeah. But yeah, cooking wise, I actually don't know. I mean, without being silly, we didn't go too nuts as far as the over purchasing of ingredients and things like that. But we do have a bit in the freezer, which I might have to have a look through and just see what pops into my head. So nothing planned. I'm kind of craving fish at the moment, so I'll go and get some fish. I don't know what.
Oh wow! So happy fishing.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I don't catch any, I'll buy some.
There's always a market. That's what my dad used to do: go fishing and then come home via the.
I've never done that.
No, my dad was a keen fisherman, but not a keen catcher of fish.
Yeah, which is funny because you live down the beach.
Exactly, and that's why he used to know where to go to get it on the way home.
Yeah. Okay. But no, that's about, not much really. Bit of sleep. Wouldn't mind a bit of a sleep. And yeah, that'll do me.
Sounds good.
That'll be the weekend. It's cold. It's starting to get colder.
It's really cold.
Like,
3 degrees at night.
Yeah, no.
I know in some countries that's nothing, but for us it's where...
Yeah, that's Celsius.
Oh, 3 degrees Celsius,
yeah,
yes.
well, because a lot of our people
that's right.
in the
Sorry.
US.
I know, and we look at movies. I was watching a movie last night from the States, and the way that their winters and the snow and the ice on the side of the road, they are tough.
No,
like seriously, they are tough. To be able to live like that, go shopping, go to work, with all that snow, we are soft. Like really.
We
are. We're soft.
Well, that's a nice way to end things on a Friday.
No? Well, We're
Thanks
soft.
for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Well, I'm making scones. Dougie's got a real love of scones at the moment. So old-fashioned scone recipe.
Lemonade scones.
Lemonade scones. 3 ingredients. 10 minutes to prep. 15 minutes to cook.
Happy days.
5 minutes to cool down. Whip some cream. Everyone's happy.
Yep.
Cannot go wrong with scones.
I've got to say, my better half is mad keen for scones. Loves scones. But she doesn't actually. And the last time I made her scones, I think I made them on Mother's Day just recently for her. I said, I just don't know. Like, I don't mind scones, but they're just kind of a nothing thing to me. I said to her, I don't get it. She goes, no, it's not the scones. The scone is just the vehicle to carry the cream.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
exactly.
she has no interest in scones at all. Cream, on the other hand.
It's when you get the scone and you've got your jam and the cream is so high that it goes over your nose, over your mouth, like, that's
so is
the
it
joy.
Jam then cream? It's not cream then jam.
No, I've always been a jam then cream on top.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can do it the other way.
Well, you crush the cream a bit.
Yeah, no. Why would you do that? You spend all that time whipping it
strawberry.
Strawberry or blackberry? I'm a blackberry jam fan.
Oh, okay.
Love blackberry jam.
When I did do them, I made apricot jam. That was all right. I didn't mind apricot jam. But, yeah, scones, all right, whatever. Like, yeah, fine. And they're quite a skill to make. Like, you can't
this recipe, 3 ingredients, cream, lemonade and flour, you cannot go wrong. No. I defy anyone. If anyone wants a recipe, let me know. I'll give it to them. It's really good.
You might post it on Cooking with Stone. You can provide the recipe and I will cook it.
Oh,
now, there's an idea.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. Alrighty.
Linda's
we'll
scones.
Do it. Done.
We'll do it next week.
Well, have a great weekend.
You too.
Be safe, everybody.
Yes, be safe over there in the US,
Especially.
Crazy town.
Good luck.
Right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this podcast as we explore home cooking in a modern world. We'd love you to subscribe, and for more information, please go to our website, cookingwithsteam.com.